Sri Guru Charitra, Chapter 22. Gurunath's Advent at Gangapur. From this chapter onwards begins the glorious saga of Gangapur. It begins with the narrative of Gurunath making the old dry buffalo yielding milk copiously and thus relieving the poverty of a Brahmin couple of Gangapur. Implicit obedience to the Guru and the unquestioning faith in his words are needed both in worldly matters as well as in spiritual sadhana. There is nothing that cannot be achieved. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam, says the Bhagavad Gita. Namdharak told Siddha Muni that his listening to the sacred Guru Charitra had very much awakened his spiritual yearning and had illumined many higher and spiritual truths for him. He vociferously expressed his gratitude to Siddha Muni. He said he was keen to know about Gurunath's stay and Leelas at Gangapur. Siddha Muni resumed the narrative. Sri Narsimha Saraswati made Gangapur more or less his permanent abode after coming from Amrapur. He lived there in his visible form continuously for 24 years. In the beginning, however, he did not allow himself to be seen by many and rather lived more in seclusion. Most of the time, he used to remain at the Bhima Amraja Sangam. However, as days passed on, he chose to allow himself to be seen by more and more people. At Gangapur, there lived a poor Brahmin couple. The Brahmin used to eke out his livelihood by seeking alms in the village. He had one buffalo which was very old and had gone dry long back. He was, however, keeping the buffalo because some grocers used to hire it for carrying salt bags and thus used to fetch the Brahmin a little money now and then. One day, Gurunath came to the house of the Brahmin asking for bhiksha. At that time, the Brahmin was away, having gone for alms into the town. The Brahmin's wife welcomed Gurunath and requested him to wait for the bhiksha till her husband returned home with alms. But Gurunath told her that he would not be able to wait for that long. He said that a little milk would do for him for the bhiksha. The woman said she was very sorry that there was no milk at all in the house. Gurunath, then pointing to the buffalo in the yard, said, "You have a buffalo there. How then do you say there is no milk in the house?" The woman said the buffalo had been dry since many years now, and it was kept by them because they have got a little money from it now and then when people took it on hire for carrying salt bags. Gurunath said, "I can't believe it. I would like you to milk it and show me whether it's really dry." The woman, as the guest was insisting, took a small tumbler, went near the buffalo and started to milk it. Lo! Milk was flowing out from the udders of the buffalo profusely. The tumbler was too small and she had to fetch bigger vessels from the house to collect the milk. The woman could not believe it at all. She was so overjoyed and fell at Gurunath's feet, pouring out her gratitude for relieving their poverty by making the buffalo wet. She gave the milk as bhiksha to Gurunath. The news of the miracle which Gurunath performed in the poor Brahmin's house spread among all the people of the town and around. It also reached the ears of the king. Veneration and devotion to Gurunath started growing in people's hearts. The Brahmin couple thereafter frequently used to go to Amraja Sangam to offer their prayers and worship to Gurunath. Thus ends the 22nd chapter of Sri Guru Charitra describing Vandya Mahishi Dohanam. Glory to the all-merciful, the all-omnipresent and the ever-responsive Gurunath.